Good morning to all of you and hearty welcome for this session on a Sunday. Really feel
Good morning,
happy.
sir.
Hi. Really feeling happy about the youngsters who are ready to spare a Sunday for learning such a dry topic like personal finance. I'm sure all of you will be benefited one way or other, and it will definitely help you throughout your life in managing your finances. So let me introduce myself and my fellow panelist. My name is Melvin Joseph. I am a SEBI registered investment advisor. I am with the financial sector for almost 40 years. Right from 1987, I am with the life insurance sector and all. Similarly, Mr. Ajay is also having long-term experience for the financial sector. He was working with me earlier for a very long time. And now he is also an independent certified financial planner. And he is also a registered investment advisor and the owner of the financial planning firm called The Planner, based out of Navi, Mumbai. So let me start with the disclaimer first. I'm sure all of you have seen this type of disclaimers during watching the mutual fund advertisement and all, which normally nobody will read or nobody will understand. And that is the purpose of it also. Nobody should read and nobody should understand. But for the sake of this presentation, the disclaimer means any of the suggestions or examples what I am quoting here should not be taken as an investment advice, because the advice varies from person to person. Which is suitable for person A may not be suitable for person B, like that. So it is a general suggestions what we'll be giving here. Don't take this as an investment advice for a particular individual. Objective of this webinar is to understand the basics of money management. I'm sure people who are attending this webinar are from different streams. Some of you are from the science background. Some of you are from the commerce, arts, humanities and all. Or some of you have learned finance, even MBA finance during their college. I can tell you with confidence one thing. During any of these courses, even in MBA finance, none of the universities in India is sparing even 1 hour in the entire curriculum on how to manage your money. You may be feeling quite funny in this because all of us are earning money. After getting the job, till the time you retire, we earn money. After retirement also, we are managing money, but nobody is teaching you how to manage money. And that is the hidden agenda behind this by the authorities or by the government, I will say, because if everybody know how to manage the money and what are the things they should do, what are the things they should not do, some of the leading financial institutions will go out of business. That includes some of the credit card companies, some of the non-banking finance companies which are giving a very high rate loan, and even some of the insurance companies. So that is the reason why nobody is teaching you how to manage your money. So what you should do as a responsible citizen to run a family, to take care of their family, he must know how to manage his money. Otherwise, what will happen? There will be regret. After some time, he will realize he has already joined for a scheme where he has to invest a huge money for the next 25, 30 years of your life, whereby the return you are going to get from that product is going to be very meager. And another thing, that because of that investment, you don't have enough money to invest into the other right type of products. So both the way you are benefited. And another objective of this webinar is to tell you how to build a savings habit early in your life. Habit is very important. But the problem with the habit is if you don't form the right habits, automatically wrong habits will be formed. For example, when you are getting the first month's salary after getting into the first job, what is a normal tendency? To splurge everything, to wait for, you are waiting for that mobile phone, you are waiting for that iPhone and so on. It's nothing wrong in spending 1 or 2 months money on your basic luxuries and enjoy. But after that, if you don't get into the savings habit and start investing and understanding where the money goes and how much is going everywhere, wherever it is going, then things will become difficult. Then it will become very tough for you to correct it also at a late stage in your life. Living within means is one of the most important thing which you should know from the early days. once you are into the job, you may be getting friends from various walks of life. There may be friends from the Ambani family, Adani family, or from the local politicians' family, and all those things. They are the people who can spend anything. They are coming there only for pastime. So they are not there to save money or anything like that. But if you get into that type of company, get into that type of bad habits, it will become very tough for you, because now the new generation, you are going to see a new type of life. We are slowly getting to the Western culture where nobody is bothered about what is going to happen tomorrow. In the sense, your children will not be there to take care of you. Number two, you are all going to work in a private job where there is no provident fund accumulation, where there is no gratuity, or there is no pension. In such a situation, compared to your parents or grandparents, where there were slightly joint family system exit, there was support from the children and all, your generation is going to be a different generation where you have to take care of yourself. So build the savings habit early in your life. Last one is avoid common financial mistakes. Okay, let us see now. We have decided you have to save, you have to invest. But if you invest into the wrong products or get into common financial mistakes, then you will not be able to reach your financial goals. There are a lot of quick rich offers coming nowadays, especially with the internet connectivity going ahead, all the artificial intelligence and all this YouTube culture. There are a lot of people teaching you how to make quick money overnight. I don't blame a young man who is seeing a video how to make quick money. But ultimately, you have to see that the person who's making that presentation is quick money, making quick money out of your money, and you are losing your money. So please be careful. There's nothing to make quick money in this world. So try to learn the basic things and avoid such mistakes of quick money earning. Don't run behind quick money. You will be losing your money. This presentation will be a practical, simple, relatable, no jargon, no formula session. We will not be teaching A plus B all square and all those things here, because those things are not required in personal finance. It is very simple. Basically, you should know where to invest, where not to invest. Why money habits matters. This is very important. Let us take the example of two people, A and B, passed out from the same engineering college, joining the same institution. Let us take the example TCS. Both joined as engineer in TCS in the same year with the same salary. Every year, they are getting the same salary. They're getting promotion. Both are getting same level of promotion, same level of increment for the next 30 years. From the age of 25 to 55, they worked. Both worked in TCS itself. Not gone out of the company, got a lot of promotions, and they manage their money. Let us say Mr. A, he managed his finance well, in the sense he spent money on his needs, a little bit on his wants, the basic luxuries, but he invested some amount every month for his long-term needs. That doesn't mean that he sacrificed his family from the basic luxuries or all those things, but he was also doing everything. Same time, B, so very casual person, a typical representative of the new gen. Spend a lot of money on splurging, online purchases, not bothered about what is going to happen tomorrow. He also retired at the age of 55. In the case of A, his family is well settled, children are educated, no educational loan, nothing, and he is also having enough money to retire. Whereas in the case of B, children are still on educational loan, not reached their career, and this man is at the mercy of his children to take care of his retired life. This is the problem with the money handling style. So your financial future is shaped more by habits than by income, because both A and B were working in the same company from the day one till date retirement, getting same salary, same increment, same promotion. But A planned it well, B mishandled it. So the essence is how to balance the present and future. I'm not telling that you should invest everything without enjoying today's life, because I strongly feel if you want to go to Everest for a trekking, you can do it at the age of 30. It may not be possible for me now at the age of 58. At the same time, at the age of 30, you should not spend everything as if there is no tomorrow. You should all think about 30, 35 years of retired life, longevity is increasing. So this thing always keep in mind. Money habits matter. There's a common saying among the people, I will start saving when I earn more. Somebody who is getting say 50,000 rupees monthly salary, he will say 50,000 is very small. When I start getting a lakh of rupee or 1.5 lakhs, I will do. When I get promotion, I will start investing. Very wrong concept. Even if you are getting 20,000 rupees monthly salary, try to invest 1,000 or 2,000 rupees from that. Even the 1,000 or 2,000 in the long term will add to that. So this is a costly mistake. Don't postpone investing. The moment you start getting the first income, I mean the first job, after 1 or 2 months of enjoyment, get into the investment habit. Good money habits today mean less stress for tomorrow. Otherwise, what will happen at the age of 40, 45? If you don't have any basic savings to take care of your children's education, then your own retirement and all, then you will be under tremendous pressure. Work pressure also, because if there is a job threat and all, then naturally you will not be able to manage. Whereas if you are having basic savings, then even if there's a career shift to make, you are already ready to do that because you have enough money. So you should have better control over your expenses, and you should know where each money goes. More freedom in career choices. Let us say at the age of 40, you want to make a career choice. You want to join a startup where there will not be any provident fund, or there is a risk of succeeding or not. But still, if you have enough savings, you will be able to take that plunge, and you may be able to make huge money or a lot of money there also. So all those things are possible if you have enough backup, which is possible only by getting into the right money habits from the young age. Let us get into the action plans now. Do's. It is not very complicated rocket science. Make a budget. Don't think that it is a restriction, it is a plan. What is a budget? Let us say you are joining your first job with a 1 lakh rupees monthly salary. So you must know how much you are getting. This 1 lakh in this case. And you track your expenses and find out how much is going and where it is going, and understand where money goes. For example, now you get 1 lakh on 1st of January, you got December month salary you got on 1st January. And on 1st of February, you are getting the next 1 lakh for January salary. And by the time you are getting your 1 lakh, your existing 1 lakh is gone. That means nothing is left out. That's a typical situation with most of the people. So they don't know where the money goes. So it is called the running paycheck to paycheck. It's a very dangerous situation. So always better understand how much you are getting, how much money is going out on various expenses, and where the money goes. If you know these two things, then naturally you will understand there is a gap and you will have to bridge it. This is again the second stage, simple action plan. Priority order for your money. Spend on needs first. So for example, when you are getting say 100 rupees of salary, let us say you are spending 50 rupees for your basic needs. The basic needs includes your, I'm telling you, you're a married man. Once you start working and all, you slowly, within a couple of years, you'll get married. Then you'll have a child will start going school, so many things will come. So let us think about a situation from an age of 35 and all. So once you get a lakh of rupees salary, you have to spend at least say around 50,000 rupees on the basic needs: food, medicines, children's school fees, your basic internet charges and all those things. These are the needs which you cannot avoid: medicines, insurance premium, etc. Let us say you are spending out of 1 lakh, you are spending 50,000 rupees on your basic needs, which you cannot compromise. Then you have another 50,000. So what most people do, they splurge the entire 50. That is where the mistake happens. So what you should do, instead of spending the next 50,000 on unwanted things or luxuries or lifestyle or the Zomatos of the world, try to save a portion and invest. Let us say out of 1 lakh, if you are spending 50,000 on the basic needs and spend around 20,000 on the luxuries and lifestyle and save around 30,000 in invest, you are taking care. That means out of 1 lakh, if you are able to invest 30,000 rupees and spend 50,000 for the basic needs and 20,000 on the luxury or wants and lifestyle, it is fine. That means at least 30% saving rate, and invest in the right products. You'll be all right. But if you don't save and invest, spend the entire 1 lakh, you are getting into trouble. Always keep this in mind. Live within the means. And every month, I'm talking about 1 lakh. Some people will be joining with a salary of 2 lakh and 3 lakh. Some people will be joining with a salary of say even 50,000. Whatever may be the slab you are into, think about a situation, 50% spend on the needs, 20% spend on luxuries and wants to maintain lifestyle and all, but ensure that 30% of the salary has to be saved and invested from the first job. Now, after making this lesson, let us see the other step one to make a tension-free financial life. Step number one is creating an emergency fund. What is emergency fund? Hope you all remember 5 years back when the COVID came. So many people started losing jobs suddenly. So altogether, there are good number of, because I am a financial planner at the time also. Out of my clients, I remember around 10 people lost their job. Out of these 10 people, 2 people were not at all bothered because they had enough emergency fund. But I still remember 5 to 6 people were running for money because they never have a habit of creating an emergency fund, and they were all investing. Investing in equity will not be useful at the time of a job loss if the market is also down, like in the case of 2000 COVID time. So you should be very careful. The money to handle an emergency should be kept in bank, partially in savings account and partially in fixed deposit, which can be liquidated online even on a Sunday night. That's the purpose of emergency fund. Now, how much money is required as emergency fund? Going by the same example what I explained, the family spending 50,000 rupees on the monthly expenses. So for him, for that family, 6 months of expenses, that is 50,000 into 6, 3 lakhs rupees should be kept as an emergency fund. Out of this 3 lakhs, 50,000 to 1 lakh can be kept in savings account, and balance 2 lakhs can be kept in bank fixed deposit, which can be redeemed even online on a Sunday night. So this is the first thing what a person should do after getting the first job. Once you have this ready, then only you should think of investing for the other short-term and long-term goal. So lesson number one in personal finance is building an emergency fund. Now, I will explain you what will happen if you don't have an emergency fund. Think about a situation of a family earning 1 lakh, spending 50,000 and so on. The same example I am following. Let us say this particular person suddenly lost his job, or he fallen from a tree and he has been admitted for a week in a hospital and the bill has gone to 2 lakhs. What he will do? You don't have the money. You don't have the future salary for 2-3 months. He's not going to office. Then what will happen? He will be, or his wife will be forced to borrow money from the money lenders at a very high rate, which he will not be able to repay back in the next 2-3 months, even if he start earning. So he will get into debt trap. So these situations can be avoided if you have an emergency fund. Looks very simple, but I've seen personally many cases, especially during the last pandemic. Next thing, track your spending. I already hinted you. Too much online spending now. All these new generation apps, right from Zomato to Swiggy to whatnot, are encouraging people to spend. If you get into online spending, you don't know how your money will be vanished. The person who's getting 1 lakh rupees, he need just 5 days to vanish off. Even some of them may be even spending in 5 minutes also. So be very careful with the online spending. You must know where the money should go and how much is going. And save before you spend, I already told you. Invest it and make it a habit. Pay yourself first every single month. I just want to show you through this life. This is a life cycle of a person. It's active life. At the age of 25, I'm assuming he started earning at the age of 25. And he's working up to the age of 55. If his health permits, it is possible. I don't think anybody will be able to work after 55 and all now because of job pressure and lot of uncertainty and all. After 55, there is another 30 years of retired life. I'm telling you about the situation now. But I'm telling those who are attending this session, people who are aged 18, 20 and all, they may be living up to the age of 90, 95. That means years of retirement will be much more. And again, such people who are youngsters now, the age of 18 and all, they may start earning at 25 and working up to 55 also will be difficult because of the lifestyle diseases, because of the job pressure and the corporate rat race and all those things. So your earning span may be less and the retirement life will be more than what it is written here. So the point what I want to tell you, if you don't plan in the first 30 years of your earning span, life after retirement will be difficult. The choices you make today define your tomorrow, and you cannot rewind your clock. At the age of 60, if you think, okay, I should have done this, that and all, It is not possible. This is what we people now think, but we are late already. So you don't miss the thing. Try to learn from others' mistake and avoid such mistakes in your life. Let us get into the basics of the asset classes. These are the 4 asset classes a person can invest. First one is equity. Next one is debt, then real estate, and then gold. I will explain equity with an example. Everybody knows what is share market, stock market, and all those things. People are going there and doing all type of nonsense also. Day trading, margin funding, all those things are there to attract, especially the new generation. Be very careful. So I will just explain you the basic concept, which you must know. Let's say there's a big textile showroom in my hometown. This showroom is there for the last 100 years. Started by a great man. He died. His son took over, and his son is now managing it. It is an established textile showroom in our place. It is having a lot of goodwill, repeat customers. I remember during my boyhood days, I used to go there. My parents used to go there. So it is having a lot of goodwill. Now the third generation boy who is running the showroom, he decided, why not I engage the goodwill what my grandfather has and father has built in, and try to, why not I expand it to 15 showrooms. So from one showroom in my hometown, he wanted to start another 15 showrooms. And he estimated the cost of establishing one extra showroom is 1 crore. So to establish 15 more showrooms, he need 15 crore rupees. So there are 2 options in front of him to mobilize this 15 crore. Either he can take a loan of 15 crore from the bank at the rate of 10%. He has to pay 1.5 crore every year as interest. The other option is to sell 1.5 crore of shares at the rate of 10 rupee and raise 15 crore. The first one, bank loan at a 10% interest, where he has to necessarily pay 1.5 crore as interest every year. The second case, selling 1.5 crores of shares of this showroom at a rate of 10 rupee and mobilizing 15 crore. So the second option is called equity. The first option is called a debt. Now I will explain how this equity will move. So he decided to go for the second option. So he has issued 1.5 crore shares. People like you and me invested. Somebody who invested 5,000 rupees got 500 shares. Somebody who invested 10,000 rupees got 1,000 shares, and so on. Like that, many people in and around that area, and those who heard about this, they invested in the showroom. So slowly in the next 3 to 4 months, the management has already established. They have started 15 showrooms across the state. And all showrooms started doing very well. Business started flourishing. When more and more people came to know about this business expansion, a lot of people are ready to invest more. And then what will happen? So for example, I have purchased 500 shares and I got it at 10 rupee. When my friend came to know about this, there's a good chance of making good money in this business, is doing well. He is ready to purchase that share at a 10 rupee 50 paise. So share value started going up. So slowly, depending on the good news in the market, the share price will go up. After 6 months, they decided to start a special division for kids ready-made garments, a specialty division with the premium rates. So this is a good news for the company. So analysts decided that this company may make quick money. Again, after some time, they started adding more and more new varieties. So this has created a lot of goodwill in the market. Share prices started going from 10.50 to 11.50 and so on. This is how the share prices goes up. With the good news, it is going up. Then suddenly there is a bad news. One showroom, there is a fire. So normally those who came to know about the news early, they realize there will be loss for the showroom, at least for that showroom. So they immediately start selling their shares. So the share price, which was moved from 10 to 10.50 to 11 and to 12 rupees, slowly gone down to 11.50. So the point is, when there is a good news about the company, when the company is going to make good money, the price will go up. And when there is bad news coming, or when there is possibility of business going down, or employees getting into strike and all, then the price of the share will go down. So depending on the prospects of the company and depending on the information available about the company, the share price goes up or down. So I purchase a share at 10 rupee. If I sell the share at 12 rupee, when I am at the peak of the good news, I will get a good profit. And after the crash, or if there's any bad news and if some people are selling at around 11.50, then if I sell, I will get only 11.50. So depending on the market value, I will be able to sell and make a profit out of my investment. This is how equity works. So there is no guarantee that you will be getting a fixed percentage of return from equity. Earlier, what I told you, if you take the money from the bank, he has to pay 10% interest. That 10% is assured to the bank. So if the bank is an investor in that business, bank will get 10% for guarantee. But if I am a shareholder, then I will not be sure of any return. I may get even 30% or 40%, but even I may get even 5% if the growth is not good. But so in the case of equity investment, you are a part owner in the showroom. So just by investing 5,000 rupees and owning 500 shares, when I am going to the showroom next time for the purchase, I'll be behaving as if I am also a part owner in that showroom. This is what is the basic of equity investment. So now you feel it is very simple. No, it is not very simple. To make it more clear, I will explain one more example of what happened in the case of Reliance. Hope you are all aware of the company called Reliance, now running Jio and all those things. People all know about Mukesh Ambani. During my boyhood, the person who was running Reliance was Dhirubhai Ambani, who died in the year 2002, who created the Reliance empire from the scratch. He was a petrol bunk boy, and from there he started his empire. And now 2002 he died. When he died in 2002, Reliance was the almost #1 company in India. 2005, 3 more years, both brothers, Anil Ambani and Mukesh Ambani, they were jointly running Reliance. And like in the case of any other family, after 3 years, they started fighting each other. Then there's a lot of problems in the media, how this has to be settled down, because Dhirubhai Ambani has not written a will, how his empire has to be divided between Anil and Mukesh. So a lot of middlemen was appointed, high-flying VIP middlemen were appointed, and they consult both the brothers and come to a amicable situation. The entire properties, businesses, and all were divided between both of them in the ratio of 50-50. So Anil Ambani got some company, Mukesh Ambani got some company. In 2005, people who remember those days will remember that at that time, Anil Ambani was the face of Reliance. He was always attending press conferences. He was always seen attending car race and all those things in Mumbai, and always attending marathon and all those things. He was the poster boy of Reliance. Whereas Mukesh Ambani was not that media savvy and all those things. So he was running petrochemicals business. Now 20 years down the line, you can see Anil Ambani is nowhere in the picture. He has almost become zero. Whereas Mukesh Ambani is the hero. He started getting into all type of businesses which Reliance was doing earlier, and even enjoyed into new sectors. And Mukesh Ambani is the hero now, whereas Anil Ambani is almost zero. So those who are having 1 lakh worth of Reliance shares in the year 2005, at the time of splitting, what they have done is they have given 50,000 rupees worth shares of Anil Ambani company and 50,000 worth shares of Mukesh Ambani company. 20 years down the line now, 2026 now, 21 years down the line, if you look at the 50,000 of Mukesh Ambani, that has become many, many lakhs. And whereas the 50,000 of Anil Ambani has almost become zero. Now think about a situation, somebody who was entered into that Reliance company at that time, 2005, immediately after the crash, and invested the entire 1 lakh in Anil Ambani company. So he is almost at zero. Similarly, think about a situation, somebody who just entered into Reliance in 2005 after the split, put the entire 1 lakh in Mukesh Ambani company. So he is a hero now. So in simple terms, investing into a particular company stock is a zero hero business. Either you can be a zero or it can be a hero. Nobody knows who is going to be the Anil or Mukesh after 20 years. So now if you are looking around in the market, we are seeing Anil Ambani's, Adani's, Tata's, Birla's, Kotak, and all those things now. But 20 years down the line, time will prove that who will be surviving the next 25 years. So what I want to say in simple terms, it is not very easy to identify a company which will stand for the next 20 years, 25 years, and so on. During your, I'm talking about 25 years means it's going to be your investment horizon. Those who are attending this meeting at the age of 20 today, has to be bothered about the next 20-25 years. They need not worry about the past 20-25 because that is already gone. Your future, next 20-25 years, you will not be knowing whether it is going to be Ambani, Adani, or Birlas or Tata who is going to rule the country. So it is not so easy to identify a company and invest. Okay. So we will come to the solution for that also. Don't worry. Instead of getting into this search of Anil and Mukesh, who is going to be the Anil, who is going to be the Mukesh, the next best option for the equity investors is mutual fund. Let us see what is a mutual fund is. It is almost like a trust. So mutual fund company is act as a trust. Let us take the example. Let us say SBI mutual fund. It is a mutual fund company owned by State Bank of India. And how it is going to be functioning. In mutual fund, there will be a fund manager. What is the role of the fund manager? The background of the fund manager normally in India will be a 15-year to 20-year experienced person with IIT, IIM background. That means academically he is very good. 15-20 years of experience in finance sector is a reasonably good experience. So such an experienced person is managing the show. So let us say Mr. A is the fund manager in SBI mutual fund. And what Mr. A will do? Under Mr. A, he will appoint a research team. Research team means it's not a one team or two teams. Team to do research on various sectors in India. What are the various sectors? IT sector, pharma sector, cement sector, financial sector, hotel sector, chemical sector, and so on. So, for example, fund manager A is appointing a research team of, let us say, to study the hotel industry in India. So the research team who is doing research on hotel, their job is to identify the best hotels in India where the fund house can invest their money. So they will be visiting hotels like Taj, Leela, all the big hotels, and find out of these hotels in India, which hotel will be better taking into the next 15-20 years. Whether the management quality is good, financial situation is good, growth prospect is good, the customer acceptance is good. So based on that sector, based on that their study, they will give recommendation to the fund manager Mr. A that so and so hotels are good to invest, these companies are good, and the companies will definitely make profit. Similarly, the research team appointed to study the IT sector will do the study, and they will find out among the IT companies in India, Infosys, TCS, Wipro, and all, which one is good, which one is bad. That is their job. So they will shortlist 3 to 5 IT companies in India, which is good. Like that, each sector specialist will give recommendation to the fund manager Mr. A, and fund manager Mr. A will be able to identify which cement company is better, which financial sector company is better, which hotel is better, which chemical company is better to invest. Now you think about an investor who is going there to invest 1 lakh rupees. Like in the earlier example, what I quoted, instead of putting that 1 lakh across 2 Reliance companies or 1 Reliance company, if the investor is investing 1 lakh in a mutual fund company of this particular example, the fund manager Mr. A will be investing your 1 lakh across the shares of around 50 to 60 companies. And what will be the situation of your money? Out of these 50-60 companies, as you are aware now, all these companies have been shortlisted after strong research. So the chance of companies becoming a failure is very less. I will say max 1 or 2 company will go like the Anil Ambani way. Few companies may go in the Mukesh Ambani way. That means they become highly successful. And other companies will go in between. But the chances of they becoming above average will be more, because these companies are not randomly picked. It has been picked by the research team after a thorough research. So the chance of other companies also will be going above average is more. So 1 or 2 companies may fail, 1 or 2 may become supernatural, and others will go above average. With the result, your money of 1 lakh will definitely give a above average return. This is the essence of mutual fund investing. Now, who will pay for this research team, fund manager, and all those things? So that is where the money comes from you only, the investor. That is why I told you, this is acting like a trust. From your money, the company, the mutual fund company will be taking a management charges. It comes to around 1% in percentage. So in simple terms, if you are investing say 100 rupees in a mutual fund, the mutual fund company will invest the entire 100 rupees for you in companies of different shares of different companies. And when your 100 become 120, they will take 1.2 rupees. That is 1% of that. And next year, let us say your 1.2 became 100 again. 100 became 120 in the first year. Next year market was bad, so 120 has gone to 100. Then they will take 1 rupee. That is 1% of that 100. So that is how the fund management company makes money. But from investor point of view, we are getting professional management support handled by a lot of research and all. So you make your money because of their expertise. This is the best way for a common man to make investment in equity. And now in mutual funds, there is a disciplined way of investing. It is called a systematic investment plan. You are seeing always on the TV like SIP and all those things. Always people use short form SIP. It stands for systematic investment plan. It is nothing but investing a fixed amount on a fixed day every month. For example, if you are getting salary on 30th of every month, 1st of every month, invest X amount automatically. So the money got debited automatically from your bank account. This will become a habit, and over a period of time that will create good money. So there's a very good habit to start systematic investment plan in equity mutual fund, but only for the long-term goal. Don't invest in equity mutual fund for short-term goal, because in the short term market can go either way. So equity investment is recommended only if the goals are at least 10 years away. If you want money in the short term, invest only in the other category, which is called debt. Now we will go to debt. What is debt? In the earlier example itself, I told you the one option for the textile owner to raise 15 crore was to raise 15 crore from the bank as a bank loan at a 10% and pay 1.5 crore interest. That is called a debt. So there the bank is giving the loan. So at a fixed rate, it is called a debt instrument. When government is raising money from the public by issuing government security, people like you and me can invest in government security. That is also called a debt instrument. When RBI is issuing bond and people like you and me are purchasing that bonds, it is called the RBI bonds. That is also a debt products. DEBT, B is silent. That is why I'm telling you debt. Don't tell debt. It is called a debt. In the case of a bank, when the bank is offering fixed deposit and people like you and me are putting money in fixed deposit, we are giving loan to the bank, and that is a debt products. So bank deposit, RBI bonds, government security, your employees provident fund, public provident fund, Suganya Samriddhi, children for the girl children, all those schemes are debt products. So debt products carry less risk, but returns also will be less. Now let me give you an outlook about the return, what you can expect from both these. In the case of equity, I told you it is for long term. In the long term, you can expect 10 to 12% annual return. But it will not be linear. So for example, if you put 100 rupees today, don't expect 112 rupees next year. It can even, 100 can even become 90. It can go down, up, depending on the business prospects I explained in the beginning. But over a period of 10 years and above, you can expect 10 to 12% compounded annualized growth rate. That is where we can make money. In the case of debt, expect a return of 6 to 6.5% only. If anybody is offering more than 10 to 12% from equity, or if anybody is offering more than 6 to 6.5% from the debt products, best thing I will tell you will be to run away from those people. That means they are trying to sell you some wrong products by offering something more, and you will be in trouble. So always keep this in mind. Don't be greedy. If anybody is offering more than this return, they are trying to fool you, and they are trying to give you some fancy products where they'll be getting commission. You will not get anything back. The next two asset classes are real estate and gold. I will say these two are primarily for self-consumption. In the sense, everybody needs one house to stay. In the case of city, it may be a flat. In the case of other area, it may be an individual house. If you go for more real estate, what will happen? Real estate is basically illiquid asset. For example, somebody is having a plot. If you want to sell it to realize it for their son's education, it will be very difficult. Some of my clients are already suffering because of this. They have too many real estate, but unable to sell. Unless and until you have a buyer, there is no value for real estate. In the case of equity and debt, you can sell overnight, or with 1 or 2 day liquidity, you can sell. Whereas in the case of real estate, it may take even 1 year or even 2 years to sell a real estate project. So it is better to have one house to stay and not more than that. Some people may not agree with me because they already tasted money in the past. But what has happened in the past, may not repeat in future, because now India is growing not flat, it is growing up. We are going to see 100 flats, 100-story apartments and all in Mumbai. So there is no scarcity for real estate in India now because of the skyscrapers with the 100-story building and all. The last one is gold. Again, there's a craze for India and China for gold. Slowly coming down, the new generation people are not using that many gold. But too much of gold is also dangerous. I know you may not agree because now the price is at peak. It may not happen always because now the price is at peak because of the war and all. So it may not happen always. It is highly volatile. So better to be out of gold. Keep gold for self-consumption. Whatever you need for the family, for ornaments and all, purchase it. Other than that, it is better to avoid it. So equity and debt is the two asset classes which a person should have in their portfolio. Equity for long term and debt for short term. Now let us get into some of the don'ts of personal finance. This is very, very important because if you get into some of the wrong things, you will be losing your hard-earned money just like that. Then you will not be able to reach your financial goals also. Don't spend to impress others. I have seen a boy who got a job with a salary of 50,000 rupees. He is now having an iPhone. An iPhone is worth 1 lakh. I don't know how he is going to manage his finance. Once he becomes a family man, it will become very difficult. So don't get into such things. Don't spend to impress others. Try to live within the means. Another one is a credit card. Using credit card judiciously is very, very important. I know you are yet to get a card, but I'll just try to explain that. Credit card is a facility offered by credit card company to a person to spend up to a particular amount every month, depending on his credit score, depending on his income slab and all those things. So for example, if I have a credit card with a credit limit of 2 lakhs, in a month, I can spend up to 2 lakhs on purchases, booking flight tickets, purchasing here, there and all. So feel very happy and enjoying, correct? Now be careful. If I start using credit card irresponsibility and spend the 2 lakhs just like that, and if I'm unable to pay the full amount on the due date, I'll be paying interest rate of around 36 to 48%. Let us say in my credit card, my monthly bill has come up to 50,000 rupees, and the bill date is say today 15th of March. If I don't pay that bill in time, full amount in time, then from that day for the balance, I'll be paying interest rate of 36 to 46. And the credit card companies, they are very cunning. They will give you an offer to pay just 5% of the outstanding, which is called the minimum amount due. So you feel very happy. If your bill is outstanding is 1 lakh, you pay just 5,000 and move on. You can use the card again, but your finance will be spoiled. You will be paying huge interest and you will never get out of the trap. So be very careful with that. So use your credit card very usefully. So if you have a habit of buying everything what you see, don't use credit card. But if you are very sure you will purchase only what you want according to your financial situation, then you can use a credit card. There is no problem. I am using it for the last 20 years, but so far I have not paid a single rupee's interest. I am using it only to avoid carrying cash. I pay the full amount 1 week before the due date. Don't borrow for lifestyle. Like what I told you in the beginning, just going for an iPhone with the 50,000 salary and all, just a trap. Don't invest blindly. Some people will come and tell you invest 1,000 here, you will be getting X amount here, there and all. If you don't understand the product, don't invest. That means they are trying to fool you. Another one, don't wait for the perfect time. Some people will say, oh, no, I will not start investing now. I will wait for another 1 month and then I will start investing once the market fall and all those things. It will never happen. So the right time to invest was yesterday. At least you start today. Your asset do not grow with income. They grow with habits. I have seen this in my life. Those who joined with me 30 years back and all, some of them who have good habits, they are now settled well. And I know some of them, those who are not having good habits, they are now struggling. And they regret, they cannot rewind it. You talk to your parents, they will also have at least one money regret, which they should have done, which they didn't realize at that time because of various factors. So try to understand those things now and try to avoid such mistakes from day one. Another most important, some of the topics, use common sense and logic. It is required everywhere. In personal finance, it is very important. Somebody who is just getting 1 lakh rupees monthly salary, if he is going for a home loan and he is paying 70,000 rupees equated month EMI every month, loan repayment, Can he run his family? No. So a person with 1 lakh rupees salary, if he is going for a home loan and paying 70,000 rupees monthly loan, EMI, that means he's already into the trap. He will never come out of that. So he has to apply his common sense. He should have avoided that purchase. Yesterday, I have seen one jewelry advertisement. A film star is coming and telling a jewelry advertisement. What the advertisement is, you bring jewelry from any other jewelry, however old it is, however old fashion it is, you come with a 10-gram jewelry, we will give you 10-gram worth of gold in the latest fashion. I was just listening it. I was just thinking what a cunning advertisement it is. So the jeweler is telling, you bring any gold of any jewelry of any old fashion of 10 gram, I will give you 10-gram gold of today's latest fashion. So what is the inner meaning of it? It's very simple. This particular jewelry is selling the worst quality gold available in the market. Then only he can give that offer. Correct or not? So please apply common sense. Don't get into such things. Another thing is logic. Somebody has seen the YouTube video of Nirmala Sitharaman with Priyanka Gandhi and all. I will just show you a video. I'm sure many of such videos are going around nowadays.
देश की वित्त मंत्री निर्मला सीतारमन और कांग्रेस सांसद लिंक भेजा, ये इन पर दिख रहा है सीतारमन से
in secret. If you don't,
वीडियो का अंग्रेजी में निर्मला सीतारमन से कुछ कह रही हैं और उसके जवाब में निर्मला सीतारमन भी उनको कुछ कह रही हैं.
Just listen to this.
we know that you're hiding from the people a mobile application that can earn up to 5 lakh rupees per month for every user. Stop making money in secret. If you don't tell everyone the truth, I will demand your resignation as finance minister.
First of all, no one is hiding this application. This is a government project that required thorough testing. It's now almost ready. And in the coming days, I will record an official video presentation so that our citizens can start earning up to 5 lakh rupees after topping up their account with just 21,000 rupees. So stop making noise. Your accusations are baseless.
है वो अलग वीडियो इस प्लेटफॉर्म
ago. AI, thanks to
खुद ले रही है. देखिए,
but this is the reality of cutting-edge Indian technologies, quantum AI, thanks to which over 40,000 Indians withdraw millions of rupees to their bank accounts every single day. I personally invested 21,000 rupees into quantum AI a month ago.
ये करने वाले
So this is how the video comes. So people are Nirmala Sitharaman and Priyanka Gandhi. People don't have any doubt. And what they are telling, invest 21,000 rupees and you will start getting 5 lakhs per month. Is it possible? So please apply common sense and logic. These things are not possible. So if you see somebody is going to give such type of offers, even if it is Nirmala Sitharaman or the Prime Minister Modi or our own parents, run away. This is not possible according to logic. So apply logic before investing anything. Salary versus EMI trap. I already explained to you. Know your parents' financial situation. I don't know how many of you take interest in that. I'm aware of one person whose job is at a stake, who is likely to lose the job. His son is demanding a new car and he is struggling to pacify his son. So don't get into such things. You may be from middle income or high income or a low income family. Your father's or mother's job security may be in trouble. He may be struggling to make his job. At that time, making unwanted demands and putting him into debt traps will spoil your entire family. 10 EMI concept. Again, looks very simple on paper. So for example, your father who is earning say 50,000 rupees monthly salary, he lost his mobile. So he want to purchase a new mobile. On a Saturday, he want to go to the showroom and purchase a mobile. You also accompanied him along with your mother and two sister. Going to the showroom, he identified a mobile of 10,000 rupees and he find it very difficult to pay immediately. So he told, I will come back next month after getting the salary. Immediately the salesperson with a tie and all appear telling, sir, I represent X and Y finance. I will give you an offer. Just pay 1,000 rupees now and pay the balance 9,000 in 9 installments of 1,000 each. Everybody is happy. They immediately purchase the mobile, pay 1,000 rupees and give signature on 10 places and give a post-dated check for 1,000 rupees for 9 months and all. Then they are returned. In 2 minutes, immediately your sister asked, why not purchase one smartphone for your mother also, which she was demanding for the last 6 months. Immediately they gone back to the showroom again, purchased another mobile for 15,000 rupees for mother also. Then mother told, in that case, if the installment is working, why not we purchase a full automatic washing machine, whereas we are having a semi-automatic machine. Another 20,000 has gone there. So by evening, after making lot of shopping, around 1 lakh rupees has been spent, and this EMI commitment has gone to 10,000 rupees for next 10 months. This man's salary is only 50,000. He is already paying loan for a scooter loan. So what happened? Ultimately, the 10 EMI, you thought it's all easy, but in that sense, you have preponed so many purchases which otherwise you will be doing only in the next 2 to 3 years. So you have purchased something which you cannot manage. Then slowly what will happen? After 2 to 3 months, he will be, your father will be forced to take loan from the money lending sharks at a very high rate. That is how most of the family budget will go for a toss. Another thing is virtual arrest. I think you are seeing this regularly. What is happening? My client got a message one day morning telling that he got 5 crore Indian rupee from a Dubai lottery. 5 crore Indian rupee from a Dubai lottery. So he told, what you have to do is immediately upload your bank account details, your Aadhaar, PAN card, bank account details, and a passport size photo. And in 15 days, you will be getting 5 crore in Indian rupee as Dubai lottery winning. So he's very happy because anyway, he's not losing anything. So they are only asking you to give the bank details. So he gave all the details. He uploaded all his details in no time. Immediately he got a phone call telling that to test your bank account, they will credit 1,000 rupees to your bank account. And once you confirm, within 15 days, they will be crediting you 5 crore rupees as the lottery money. He agreed. Within minutes, his account was credited with 1 lakh, not 1,000. So immediately they got a phone call telling that by mistake they transfer 1 lakh to your account. So anyway, now it is confirmed your account is correct. So you just return that 1 lakh now, because that is the advance which we paid to test your account. So it is our mistake. So please return that 1 lakh and you will be getting your 5 crore after 15 days only. So anyway, my client thought anyway it is their money only 1 lakh. Nothing wrong in returning that 1 lakh. So he was about to refund the 1 lakh. Then again the same person told, we have some income tax issue. So please return it to 4 accounts, 25,000 each into 4 accounts. And they give 4 accounts. So my client very nicely returned 25,000 each into the 4 accounts. So and he thought, you wait for 15 days, you will get a call and you will get the money of 5 crore. So he started dreaming of getting 5 crore. Exactly after 15 days, he got a phone call. But this time the call is not from Dubai lottery. It is from Mumbai police. They are telling you are under virtual arrest. They told you get into your room, close the door, and we will be giving you a video call. In the video call, what my client could see a Mumbai police station background with a lot of police officials, 2-star, 3-star and all. And one senior police officer called up his name and told, Mr. X so-and-so, your name is found out in a list which is published by Supreme Court to arrest under an investigation in connection with the black money scam of Naresh Goyal, former Jet Airways founder. So this client is in trouble. He is able to see his Aadhaar number, mobile number, bank account details, everything in his details, because these people collected everything. And the police people harassed him like anything for almost 1 or 2 days under virtual arrest. And what last they told him, the only way to get out of this is you list out all your legitimate assets and transfer everything to the Enforcement Directorate bank account. Then once the inquiry is over, Supreme Court will order, at that time you will get back your money. Otherwise, you will lose everything. So he made a list of all his investments, redeemed his mutual funds, redeemed his FD and everything in the next 1 week, transfer everything into a particular bank account. He lost around 55 lakhs. After that, once he is relieved from the virtual arrest, he went to Google and searched with the keyword Naresh Goyal virtual arrest. He found out from Bangalore itself, more than 50 people have been cheated like this. So he lost 50 lakhs. It's called virtual arrest. So please understand, there is nothing called virtual arrest in India. Nobody can arrest you virtually. If you feel anything like this, straight away go to the local police station and complain, because this is nothing but fraud. So be careful. Next one is insurance. This is becoming a big scam nowadays. You are all aware of car insurance or bike insurance your parents are having. What will happen in the case of car insurance? The claim is payable only if there is an accident or if there is a theft for the car. Otherwise, the premium what you paid is lost. Similarly, in insurance also, there is a policy called term insurance, where the benefit is payable only in case of death of the policyholder. And this is the only policy a person should purchase. And a person should purchase this policy only after marriage. Till that time, nobody need any life insurance. But in India, what is happening? We are getting child policy the moment you are born. I'm telling good number of people who are sitting here, maybe having a child policy taken by your father. And a person will be purchasing pension policy, ULIP policy, money back policy, endowment policy. All these policies are not good for you. These policies offer very poor return with no flexibility. So take it from me. Don't purchase any life insurance other than term insurance policy in your life. You will be safe. But at the same time, you have to ensure that your family, every member is insured for health insurance. Not only the insurance given by the employer of your parents, all of you should have a separate policy also. So ensure that everybody should have sufficient health insurance, but not savings type life insurance. They are not good. Try to purchase it online without agents. That will help you in reducing the premium rate. Impulse spending, avoid it. Immediate gratification, buying whatever you are seeing, stop that habit. Debt dependency, buying everything on credit card, then get into long trouble. Try to avoid this. No safety net, emergency fund, I already explained to you. Missing compounding. The more time you have to invest, the more money you will be making. So start investing early in your life so that your money will grow manifold. Budgeting apps. Try to use technology to categorize every rupee spent. I told you, Mr. Ajay is joining me in this presentation. He is running financial planning firm with almost everything automated. He is using app. Even clients can fill up all these personal details in his website itself. So try to use these apps and technology, because I belong to older generation. People like Ajay and you belongs to the new generation. Use technology to categorize every rupee spent. 3 to 6 months buffer. Automate an emergency fund transfer before spending. Mindful consumption. Apply the 24-hour rule before non-essential purchase. When you see a flat, just think whether the flat with the helipad on the top and the swimming pool on the bottom and whatnot, whether that is within your budget. If it is not within your budget, don't purchase it. So take 24 hours time to think. Before that, don't give advance. You will lose money. Insurance first. Secure health insurance and term insurance, nothing else. Those things are important. Automate investments. Set up SIPs, I told you, systematic investment plans that execute on the day of salary. Financial literacy, very important. Dedicate 1 hour in a week to learn about asset classes and insurances. But don't go and see all videos and make all mistakes. So be very careful what you are learning, which one is genuine or not. Avoid fads. Stay clear of quick crypto schemes and penny stocks. Those things are not working. Patience. You should have patience to make money. Create healthy habits. Why? Health is also wealth. I'll tell you why. Earlier days we used to say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now I don't agree with that, because most of the apples are not good. Now I will say, out of my experience, 30 minutes brisk walk, 10-minute exercise, 10-minute meditation daily keeps the doctor away. This is my experience. Brushing the teeth after dinner keeps the dentist away. Otherwise, it's going to be very costly. If you keep the doctor and the dentist away itself, you'll be saving a lot of money.
So your voice is breaking.
Those who are having the queries can raise the hand, then Ajay will unmute them and they can talk.
For last 5 or 6 minutes, Simon, you were not audible. The video was stuck.
Oh my God. Last 5 minutes, I was not audible.
Yeah, when you reach that slide, health one.
Only the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will repeat that again.
Yeah.
Okay. So the last slide was nothing about health. It is not about wealth. The slide was, earlier we used to say, in my boyhood and all, an apple a day will keep the doctor away. But the new saying, or at least from my experience, I can say 30 minutes brisk walk, 10 minutes stretching exercise, and 10 minutes meditation will keep the doctor away. Similarly, brushing the teeth before bed, after dinner, will keep the dentist away. If these 2 things can be avoided, our medical bill, the spend on healthcare will be less. Third one is reduce the junk food and reduce the carbohydrate. If these three things are there, quality of life will improve. If you improve the quality of life, that will reduce your spend on hospital and doctor. That itself is a money lesson. So wish you all the best.